Hi everyone, my name's PJ and welcome back to the closet. Okay, today I want to show you how to make a shirt. We've done a skirt, we've done a dress, and now we're going to make a shirt. So I'm kind of going to give you a step-by-step, but yeah, you'll see. Okay, so first we're going to start off this video with a already tip. I know that sometimes I have a lot of problems, but this is a problem I have. Trying to find the neck line around like the collar. How to make this curve. So, this is what you do. Go to your nearest hardware store. You know, where guys go, like Manland. If there's any guys out there watching, y'all know what I'm talking about, but if you know strictly so, go to a Manland store and get yourself a angle finder. Now, this says it is good for stairs, roof rafters, and window frames. It doesn't say anything about sewing, but it should. It should say there. Sewing to find your collar. Think about that. Okay, so it's an angle finder. So, if y'all don't know what it is, it's this. I think I paid like 10 bucks for this. So, it works. Does what it needs to do. Plus a lot of other things. Don't let your guy into your sewing room. He will steal this. Okay, this is it. Like, say you're making a pattern and you're not sure the size. Now, everybody's different. All the clothing that you're going to make is different. So this comes in really handy because it is adjustable. So this is what you do. Like I said, you want to make your own pattern. And you're not sure about the neck. Of course, you know your measurements, right? Okay, got this for an example. So you take your pattern that we are making, and you take it down on your piece of wrapping paper. Remember? And all you have to do then is put where you want your seam to be at the top, and you put that right against the top. Easy so far, right? Then you take your other part where you want the seam to be, and you put it right at the top, like this. Kind of fits in there. See that? And that side. There you go. So then all you have to do on your pattern is draw this, and that's it. Remember to make sure whenever you're making your own pattern to leave for a seam allowance, but other than that, that's it. Simple. You can always draw it out. Now make sure when you're doing your pattern then, when you turn it this way, make sure you have your pattern right side out and inside right. Remember? If you have it this way. Now, here's another little thing that you can do too. If you already have your pattern and it's already on, you're not sure how to do the neck. Look, here's this. You just make your measurements up here. It has a built-in ruler. It's already rulered in for you. So all you have to do then is just put it where you want it. I'm stuck on the thing. And put it right down. Like that. On the back side. Y'all see that? See? Perfectly fits in there. Yeah, it's hard to handle when I'm trying to film, but you get the idea. So there you go. Where'd it go? There, I got it. It's easier when it's on the floor. So, of course, all your clothes are going to come in different size, shapes, forms. Everybody is in a different size, shape, form. So, all you got to do then is just put this up, and this turns. Now, so if you want to do whatever kind of neckline you want to do, you always go from one side to the other. Here, like this. Remember I said these turn, these hold. So you want a little neckline, you want a bigger neckline, you want an itty bitty neckline. Everybody's size is going to be different, of course. So small, medium, large, extra large. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody's size is going to be different. So you can make this then any size you want for the color that you want to use. So it's really easy. You're not sitting there trying to figure out what size and how to make it and this and that and the other. You already got it. Easy. Easy. See, that way it'll go right there. See? Okay. Alright. We're going to make a shirt. So I got this piece of material. I have shown you this piece of material before. So I'm going to make a shirt out of it because it's really cute and I like it, and there you go. That's why. Okay, so first thing you want to do is actually measure your size. Make sure you know what you're doing with your material. You don't want it to be too short, so make sure that you, okay, I know this looks really big, right, for me, but I'm going to put elastic in it, which is going to shrink it up, and I need that extra length whenever I go to make it shrink. Remember, know your sizes with your elastic, because when you pull on this, it's going to shrink it up. Remember? Okay. Make sure you iron it so you have all your little pieces nice and flat, and it's easier to sew, and it doesn't look all wrinkly whenever you go to wear it. Because if you have a wrinkle in your seam, it's really hard to like try and just iron it. Just iron it. Okay. My iron has a steamer in it. If you guys don't have a steamer in it, this is all you have to do. Okay, get your iron. Now I have used this with this iron because it doesn't have a steamer in it. Well, okay, it does, but that's okay. I got it at a yard sale. Surprise, surprise. So with that one, all I do is I get a washcloth. I wet it. Yes, you can do this. It ain't gonna hurt anything. You wet it. Wring the water out just so it's a damp washcloth. You lay it down on your material, wet, and you put your iron right on it. And it'll take out the wrinkles. Of course, this one is not wet because this one steams. So, yes, this one's my steamer. So, I got this at a yard sale too. Just saying. So, make sure that you get all your wrinkles out. Yes, I have a little line there. See, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I do, so I'm getting rid of it. Alright, now here's another little thing when I sew. Whenever I sew something and I'm going to make a seam, I always iron it down because it just makes it way easier to try and sew. Now the only thing that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to iron the top seam down because I have to measure everything yet. So this is what I'm doing. Whew, it's getting warm in here, boys and girls. Alright. I had already ironed this off once, but I'm going to do it again real quick because I can. And I want to get to the end of it. And I like the sound that my iron makes. Alright. So, once you get to the end, I'm not going to do the whole thing. Now, remember, we got a right and a wrong. Okay, so, let's turn it around. Listen. Apparently, everybody's on me about my listen thing. I don't care. Listen. See all them edgy edges? Cut them off, because even though you fold this, and you're going to sew it, all them edges are still going to be inside your garment. So make sure you cut them off so it looks a little bit neater. Or you can double seam it. I'm not double seaming this. I will show you how to do that. So make sure you cut all these off. Now, when I say make a seam, this is what I mean. I'm not going to have a ragged edge. Every garment has seams on it, so we're going to make a seam for this one. So what you want to do, now you can pin this. I usually don't because I don't. You just eyeball it up. If you can't eyeball it up, then pin it. But usually the iron does the work for you, so you really don't have to. And all you have to do is take this. Once you get your material squared off, and make your seam like that. Now, once you have this all ironed off, these edges are going to be square. That's the reason for, did I say that right? Everything is going to be squared up once you cut your material on your cutting board. Okay? So, when you go to make your seam, everything's already going to be squared up. That way, whenever you put this is what I'm saying. Whenever you put this piece of material up against this piece of material, it's already going to be squared up. So that way, whenever you go to make your seam across here and you do this on the other side, that's going to be a straight line. Alright? Alright. Get it together, PJ. I need to come back out of the closet, start over. I'm telling you, I do know what I'm doing, boys and girls. It is not cooperating with me right now. It is not. I just want to make like a 1/2 inch seam because I don't want to take too much away from what I'm trying to do. I may have to pin this. Maybe. You know what? Yeah, watch this. We'll do that. It'll make its own seam. This is going to be edited. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. There we go. Ha. Okay. Like I said. Isn't that cool? It's a cool sound. Alright. Okay, so once you press this down, you'll have that crease. So once you sew right along here, then that's automatically going to make that crease. Now we could double seam this. Okay, this is what I mean. You take your edge and you fold it once, and you would make that seam. You'd put that down, and then you just fold it over. Okay, let me see here. Boop, like that. Alright. So then you'd have one seam at the top. I don't know which way you guys can see this better. You'd have one seam here that you folded over like that. Then all you would do is take it and flip it again like that. Since I'm here, I might as well do it, right? And run your iron right along there, and it gives you that nice, really finished edge. I guess that's what we're doing since I'm already here and we're doing this. Alright. Be careful you don't burn yourself on your steam, because it gets hot. Alright. Like this. There. That way then when you sew this, this is going to be all, there will be no raw edge at all. It'll be all tucked up in. Except for that piece right there. What I say, cut the edges off. I don't listen to my own rule, do I? Well, I'm trying to show you guys. Give me a break. Like that. See? And it's all nice and pretty. And then that way you have that this outside seam, and all you do is fold it in like that, and there you go, all done. Now you just take your seam and run it right down there, and that's all you do. So I'm going to go ahead, finish doing my seams the whole way around this piece, and then we will be back and we'll jump over to the sewing machine. Alright, so stay tuned. Okay. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys real quick where I'm at and what we're doing. So, okay, got on the machine. We sew what we said we were going to sew. So, alright, the top edge I left alone. Remember, we were folding this all down, and I left the top edge alone because this is where I want to fold it exactly where I need it to be to put my elastic in. We'll get to that part. But I wanted to just show you what I meant by this double seam. Now look, listen. I don't know if this is called a double seam or whatever fold over thing. That's just what I call it. So if there's somebody out there that actually knows the right sewing terminology, I don't. So if you know it, comment section, let me know, but I don't know. Okay, so this is what we did. If you're following along in my little footsteps here. No, you'll be confused. Alright, so we folded this all over onto the right, onto the wrong. See? See? And we folded this once, and we folded it again. We ironed it all down, and we sewed it. So this is what it looks like when it's all done. So this side is smooth, and then this side here is all smooth. So there's no raw edge of any kind sticking out. So that's what it looks like when it's all sewn up. So it's already been pressed down. There's nothing that we need to do about that. And it just has this real nice edged seam. And there you go. And that's all there is to it. The whole way down. The whole way around. Everything is going to look like this then. The whole way around the shirt. So that way then, even whenever you go to, yeah, I did the whole thing. I know, I was just showing you, but oh, I ended up doing the whole piece of material like this. But that way then too, you know, I guess that no one's going to see this. It'll be just a nice pretty edge. Everyone will think that you got it from the store because it's all done. So, okay, let me finish up here. I'm going to do this top part, and I will show you exactly what we're going to do. Like I said, hour-long video, not going to happen. So let me go ahead, and I will do this top part. There's the end of my sewing string. And we'll go ahead and do the top part, and then I'll show you where I'm at and what we're doing, and I'll be right back. Okay, so since I have everything already set up over here, and I don't feel like changing anything because, you know, I don't want the video to be 100 hours long, I'm going to just show you what I'm doing at this point. So I need to make a pocket so I can thread my elastic through. Now, I have this great big spool of elastic. You can go on Amazon and you can get it like this. It's not that expensive. And that way you have enough to do whatever project that you are doing. Okay, so they have it in black too. I think a couple of different other colors. I think, remember when we talked about that? I think they do have it in different colors, but I just usually use black and white. White you can dye. I'm not really bothered. Okay, so I'm trying to make a little pocket, if this would all stay together here. So sorry. You're going to get a little leg in there. Alright, I want to sew that pocket to where it's going to match the size. Remember I told you, you want to make sure that there's no, remember I told you guys that you don't want a lot of space in this pocket. You want this elastic to fill it up because it will roll. So I need to make enough space that it's in there, but enough space that I can sew it down. So make sure that you have this extra space so you can do all that. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to measure this out, and I'm going to sew this down. Remember, we're going to start pulling it, and it will start to bunch up. Got it? Got it. Alright, I am going to sew this whole long piece because I'm not sure exactly how tight I want this to be, how far it's going to be on me. Always make sure that you leave yourself some extra room because you want to make sure that it's not going to be too short once you know, to wrap around your body, that it's not going to not fit you. So I always cut a little extra, I guess I should say I leave a little extra onto the piece of material that I want to make. That way I'm just not short at the ends to where I'm going to fold them together and make my final seam. So I'm going to sew the whole thing. Okay? Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So, this is where I'm at so far. This is what I did. So, I had to make a pocket. Remember I told you guys I had to make a pocket. So, what I did was I went and I doubled this in, like that. Now, what I'm going to do is to make my pocket, see I have a pin in here. So, I'm going to sew, if I don't jag myself, then I get my frog out of my throat. Okay, I'm going to sew right down here along this edge. Pretty much here. I want my stitch to come right in here. I don't want to go over, but I want it right here. That way I can thread my elastic through here. Now, like I said, I did go and I did measure it because I have the little piece right there. See? I don't know if you can all see that. See here? So when I sew this, it's going to go right down the center of that. So about where that safety pin, stick pin is, safety pin, whatever. Straight pin. So that way then I have a good size to fill up. Remember, this is going to be all stitched. And then this is going to be stitched inside there. Y'all get it? Alright, let me go ahead. I'll make my pocket and I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I'm back. And by the power of editing, I got some crackers and cheese. What are you doing way over there? Alright. I got some crackers and cheese and a drink. Okay, this is what I got done so far. Alright, so I went ahead and I finished making my coffee. I wish I had coffee. I don't care, I'm going to leave it in there. I'm not going to add it in. We all like coffee. Maybe some of us like coffee. I like tea. I'm drinking tea. That's why I had to go get a drink. Anyways, I digress. Okay, so I went ahead, God, and I finished our pocket. So the same thing, I put that seam underneath there and I sewed it straight down. That way there's a nice clean edge. Wow, drink's not helping. And there's no raw edges anywhere, and everything is made. As you can see, I ran the seam straight down there like I said I was going to, right against the edge. And that pulled that little tiny seam in. And what I did now is I went ahead and I measured out my elastic. Now all I did was I ran it right down, clean down to the bottom. I left a little tail here to hold, and I left a bigger tail down here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to thread this through off camera, so that way you guys don't have to sit here and watch me thread this whole great big piece again, because I won't want to. And once I get all that done, I'll be back and we'll see about starting to get it sewn and get it made, and we're almost done. So easy. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. What is this? Alright, listen, this editing thing that I don't know if this video is a little bit crazy. It's just because I've been doing this pretty quickly, and yeah, you'll understand. Okay, so I threaded that all through. Now remember, if I pull on this, this is going to be a little bit difficult because it is very long. But if I start pulling on this pretty hard, it's going to start bunching up. See? So I got to pull on this one really hard to get it to bunch up where I need it to be, like so. Now I'm hoping that I can get this bunched up enough to where I can just put it around me, but I'm still gonna make some sleeves, straps, because I ain't about to have this come down in an auto situation because bits and bobs, and nobody wants to see that on me. So I'm gonna pull this elastic out as tight as I can, pretty much, and then it will shrink all together. Okay. Alright. I'm trying to get this together. Okay, so I got my seam done. As you can see, remember to make sure this doesn't roll, because it will roll in your pocket. So make sure when you're sewing it that it doesn't roll. Whenever you're threading it, it doesn't roll. Make sure there's a nice, clean, flat elastic in there. So, okay, this is what we got so far. Remember, I like to put a big pin. So I got this all threaded through. I got it sewn down, as you can see, clean to the bottom. Got a big long tail down here because I put too much in here, but like I said, I always like to stretch it out real far. See how far it stretches? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick it on my dress form, and we're going to see where we need this to be to sew end to end. We're going to turn it inside out, and once we get that all done, we're almost done. We just need to make a couple little straps, easy, and that's about it. As soon as we get this all sewn together. Look at that, we're almost done. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, we are back. If my camera jiggles, that's because the cat's playing underneath it. I'm so sorry. Alright, so we got the shirt all done. And there's the back of it, all seamed together. So now I want to put some straps on it, because even though it is elastic and it is on here, I'm still afraid that it's going to go whoop. So I want to put some straps on it. They're really easy. You just need a couple little things like, you know, an inch maybe or so. And I have some leftover material. Actually, I have a lot of leftover material. So I'm just going to put it, I'm just going to put enough on here to hold it. Like, it doesn't have to be too long. But I'm only going to make the straps about, I don't know, we'll have to see. Not that big. I might just double it over like this. And I'm going to just iron it. Run one seam down this side so it's sewn together. One seam here so it's sewn together. And that's it. That's all it needs. Just enough to hold it on there. So I'm going to start on this. And it shouldn't take me too long. I could make a whole sleeve out of it, but I'm not really sure that I want to do that. Maybe on the next one. But for me, summer is right around the corner. And I want to just have a little, like a tank shirt. And so this is really easy to make. We've been on here I don't know how many minutes. I honestly don't know. But it hasn't taken that long, as you can see. So far what we have done is we've cut our material, we've squared it up, we have put our bottom edge on, we've put our side edges on, which are connected now in the back. The elastic is through, and we have all that taken care of with our little, pocket. I know what I'm saying. With our little pocket, we've got all the elastic seamed in. So now the only thing that we have to do is put our straps on, and it's done. So you just need to make a couple seams on a piece of material, a couple little adjustments here and there, and that's all that it really takes. It's not that hard to do. We just got to put our straps on, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of material left over. I may make a purse out of this because I do have enough material to do that. So, okay, with that being said, I'm going to get my straps done, and I will be right back. Okay, we are back. I made little straps for our shirt. Now, what I did was, all I did was cut a 2-inch piece of material. Now, hold on real quick, and I'll do that so you guys know exactly what I'm doing. I know I should have done it, but I didn't, so y'all are going to just have to deal with me, because that's what I do. I wait till the last second to do stuff. Alright, see, easy. Okay, this is what I did. Got myself a piece of material, like I said, it's about 2 inches wide-ish. I took one half, and I folded it. I took the other half, and I folded it. Like that, and then I took both halves and folded them together. Actually, what I did was, of course, I ironed this all down, so it made a nice ironed seam, and this side too the same way. And then I folded these two together. That's probably not going to work. And then I had this kind of seam. Of course, I ironed everything together, which made this little strap. So as you can see here, there's two sides. And then I just seamed them both right down together. So that was all I had to do for this. Easy. So, all I have to do now is figure out... Stay. All I have to do now is figure out where I want these on my shirt. And sew them on. And it's done. So, I know that there was a lot of stops and starts, but... it's better than, like, watching me do a whole video. Yeah. No hour longs, remember? Okay, so all I have to do is put this on my shirt, and then that is it. So once again, I'm going to go off, and I will be back, and we will get that done, and then we will review, and then we'll be done. So, let me get that done, and I will be right back, and we will talk about our finished product. We will review everything that we talked about, and then we'll be on to the next video. So give me a couple minutes, because it only takes a couple minutes to throw on a strap, and we'll be right back. Okay, hold on. Okay. Hi everybody, I'm back. Alright, so I got the straps on. A couple little things that I want to tell you, show you. When I do the straps, it's really easy. This is all you have to do. You go, oh, I can't get that out of my, okay. From your middle seam here, you just eyeball it up, of course, to where your sides are. Now all you have to do pretty much is just measure from this point over. What I do is I put this part on, and I get the front pinned, because of course you can reach your front, can't reach your back. I can't reach my back. So I pin the front, and I pull this out, and then I measure from where the front of my garment is to where I had the straps. And then all I really do then is I just, once I get the front strap on, then I just line up and I measure from the back. Once I get the front strap on, let me try this again. Once I get the front strap, let me try this again. Once I get the front strap where I want it to be on both sides, and I think that it looks even, then I take the garment off and then I measure from the middle of my back over, so that way I know how many inches I need from the back over and the back over, and then I just kind of eyeball it up, and then that way once I line up my straps, then they are perfectly together. Usually they're together. They have the same amount on each side and the same amount from center to here and side to here. Then I know that I've got that on straight. Also, to make sure whenever you're sewing this that you have the strap and it's not twisted, make sure that it lines really nice. I have done that, and it's a pain because what I do is I backstitch. I sew down and then I backstitch, and I sew down and I backstitch, and I do that a couple times. That way it's really secure and I don't have to worry about anything bits and bobs. Y'all know. Now the only thing that I am going to do with this is I am going to take it up because it is way too long for me. So I am going to take this up, and I'll do this on my own. You guys don't have to sit through that because we already have done a lot to this. So I am going to take that up because I did make it a little too long. It's easier to take in than it is to take out. Remember, we only made a little seam. So it's easier to fold it under and sew it in than it is to try and add more onto it. Make sure you have your measurements. I keep saying that. That way then, like I said, it's easier to take it in. So that's about it. That's the end of our little shirt. The only thing too is you can add embellishments, so you could add like a couple little black buttons. I do have a shirt like this that I made that has some other little buttons on it. I will show you guys that later in another video. So just make sure that everything is lined up and you got this all wrapped together, and that's it. Easy. It's simple. I did wash the material a couple times. I do have a lot of this material left over, so I may make something else out of it. A purse. I would really like to make a purse to match this because I think that it would look really, really cute together. So once I get that done, I'll have to show you guys. A purse is really, really simple for this. I have this material already cut, basically. So as you can see, I just folded it over. All I have to do is seam that down the whole way, and then I would just turn this inside out and seam it around a little bit, and there would be your purse. So it's really simple to make a purse. There's a couple seams and that's it. And I still have this, it's a big piece, so I may make something else out of this. We might discuss that later. So with that being said, I guess that's the end of our video. Once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all the support that you have given me. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. You have no idea. We'll get on to the next project. Not really sure where we're going to go from here, but I'll let you guys help me out and we'll figure out what we want to do. So thank you very much. Please, please subscribe to my channel down there. I will leave some things in the description box that I want you guys to know about, especially that angle, and of course any other product that we used with our project. Also, give me a thumbs up. I would like it. Click the little bell. Leave anything down in the comment section, good or bad. So that way I can improve, or you guys can just say, hey, I'm doing good, or whatever. I want some feedback from you guys. That way I know which way to take this, which direction to go. So with that being said, thank you very much for your support. Oh, I'm also on other social media. I better put this in here. Twitter and Instagram. Both of them are PJ's Closet 101. And you can follow me on those social medias. I would greatly appreciate that too. So, okay, that's about it now. I think I got everything done. So I made the skirt. I gave you some tips. Ask you to subscribe, thumbs up, bell, description, comments. Yeah, I think we got it. So I guess with that being said, thanks guys. That's a wrap.